Mativk said. Hi Idoloclast.
Hi, Maddie.
Mativk said. Second.
First and second.
And third.
And third. How's it going, Maddie?
It's going swell.
Nice. Feel like parts of my stream layout are missing, but I don't know. Oh yeah, some of them are. What the heck?
You're missing the Kermit Itachi.
Yeah.
You're missing some other stuff.
All sorts of things are missing. What happened?
Jaso
You got lost.
said.
They did get lost.
You moved stuff around to not
Oh,
cover
there.
up text boxes.
Oh,
Transitive
that's-
_verb.
Weird.
Weird.
Idolo 4 tiny bore Idolo
But
4
they should
tiny
be on
bore
this-
Idolo 4
I
tiny
didn't
bore
move
Idolo
those
4
things.
tiny bore
Anyway.
Idolo 4 tiny bore Idolo 4 tiny bore.
Okay, so here's what I think we should do, Maddie.
Alright.
I think we're gonna start with you messing around in single player for a second. Think of this like being in training mode.
Very awesome.
So can you share your screen?
Yes, I can. No, it doesn't, Discord doesn't like Dominion 6 in stream.
That seems totally in keeping with how Illwinter things tend to work. Hello, Verb. Welcome. I have restarted the bonfire timer. Is the speech chat working? I think it is. Yeah,
Transitive
it is.
_verb. Said. The left side of the booty shorts are nearly complete.
Okay. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do instead, Maddie.
Alright.
I will.
Jaso
We will.
said. A lot of the time laptops will refuse to turn on their video card for Dominions. Jaso,
Jaso is giving
So-
advanced tips, but
unless you force them.
I'm gonna make a lobby,
Okay.
and we're gonna play a co-op game so that we can see each other's battles. And I'm gonna have to walk you through making a
_verb.
god for it.
Said.
Alright, awesome.
I'm starting the right side
But
of the booty
you can
shorts
see
very
what I'm
soon.
doing on my stream, and you can do a parallel thing on your stream, and it'll be
Transitive
fine.
_verb.
Okay.
Said. And then there will be booty shorts.
Hell yeah, Verb. Oh, I actually have to keep the password secret now. People own this video game other than the one guy I'm
Spaceman.
playing with. Fucked
Said.
up.
A learning spree
Maddie, you know what the
overflow.
password is. Okay,
I should.
first question. Do you want early ages, middle ages, or late ages? The difference is that these are like, you can think of this as being like, do you want to play, like, it's a little bit like, do you want to play Strive, Xrd, or XX? Or like a similar level of like, each of these contains a whole bunch of different nations, but they have like some stylistic similarities between the
Okay.
nations in each age. There's exceptions, but like, early ages
What-
early
what's your
ages.
go-to?
What?
What's your like go-to? out
The
of
go-to
these
one
ones?
usually is Middle Ages. It's like
Okay.
the most balanced probably, and one of the more varied and interesting. But there's like gimmicky reasons to like EA or late better. Early is like there are a lot of big cool mythological monsters and a bunch of nations that are like really good at doing one kind of magic. I'm like oversimplifying, but like there's lots of like things that are really powerful for doing one kind of thing. Middle Age is like varied and interesting and like has some better troops going on. And then Late Ages, like every nation has a lot of different kinds of magic, but they tend not to have like as high power level in it. And also a lot of the nations are good at blood magic, which is a thing that requires a different kind of micro than most of the other magic in the game. And also there's a lot of crossbows. Crossbows are really good in Late Ages, and they're everywhere. Do you have any preference here?
It's
It's like myth times, medieval times, and like late medieval Renaissance times, kind of.
I think early or middle.
Okay.
Jaso said, the smallest kind of guys are in law.
You mean like the lowest path? Or do you mean there's less variety? I don't know what you mean exactly. But, okay. Let's do... We haven't done middle on stream yet, so let's do middle.
Alright.
So we're gonna go into middle. Let's see. Game settings.
Jaso said, physically, Viety and
Disciple
Pico
game,
have
check.
really small guys.
Renaming is allowed.
Does it not show up like in the browser until you make it?
I think it doesn't show up in the browser until I made it, so it should be there right now.
Okay.
It might take like 10-20 seconds, but
Okay.
this stuff is all fine. So let's go team 1, team 2, and we'll add a couple extra. We'll add one extra AI on team 2, and we'll make the map a random map that is fairly big. Okay. Can you see the lobby?
I sure can.
Okay, can you join the lobby?
Uh,
The password is familiar to you.
yes, I've joined. I can see it.
So we're on the same screen now. Okay, cool. So we're gonna have to pick
Yes.
nations. So you see there's 2 slots here that are open.
That are
We have
open, yeah.
open, normal, difficult, mighty, and those are on team 2. So pick
Yep.
one of those 2 slots and click on the nation, like little 3 lines, and you will get a list of nations. You can mouse over them for a short description, or you can right click on them to see all of their stuff.
Wait, or on the open?
No, not on the open. See where it says right of open? See where it says nation? There's just 3 little lines.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You click there, it'll open
Holy
the nation
smokes,
list.
that's a lot.
Uh-huh. These are all of the factions of the Middle Ages.
Hmm.
So you can... Oh, let me do... Hang on. I didn't do my Discord notifications. While you're looking at these, let me...
All right.
You can right-click on the nation name to see, like, all of their guys.
Oh, okay, cool.
So... And you will notice quickly that some of them are very different than other ones.
Yeah,
If
some
you see
kind of like
Yeah, go ahead.
you know, octopus people.
Yeah. If you see something that looks exciting to you, feel free to play it.
All right.
I would caution slightly against picking an underwater nation first time, but you are totally allowed to. It will just be
Oh.
underwater. No, it's cool.
All right.
It's fine to do that.
There's,
You will still
there's
learn how to
spider
play
people?
Dominions.
Gross. I hate spider people. No offense if you're a spider person.
Is Dis in chat the most spider person I know?
Yeah, some of these are just kind of people. I don't want to just be a person. I want to be some critters, you know.
I hear you.
Reef_MM said, hey,
I'll do this one.
Reef
They seem
underscore
like
MM.
some
said,
critters of sorts.
did I hear slander?
Asphodel, good pick.
Yeah,
Anchored
that's
Prince.
what I'm going with.
Okay.
Said,
Um,
in an intermediate
You're gonna be
bracket
the
and
boss.
got freed
So
up
the way
by
this
a
works
dog
is
shit
that
Eno 0
the
to
teams...
3.
Actually, can we do...
Anchored Prince.
You probably need
Said,
one god and then some disciples.
How's your day going?
So,
Anchored Prince.
hi Anchored
Said,
Prince. Hi Reeve.
I was
Sorry,
just
I'm
worse
focused on like 3
LMFAO.
things. No! That sucks, Anchored Prince. I'm doing something fun right now. I am teaching Maddie how to play Dominion 6. So if you're curious about what Dominion 6 is, I suspect Maddie will ask all of the questions you would want to ask, over the course of this
I know
process.
nothing about this game.
Yeah, Maddie has never done anything. So the way this works is that the teams are, you make a god for the team, and then other people on that team are like, they make big cool monsters that run other nations that work for
Great
that
thing.
god.
That's
Said,
cool.
Moving
Like-
for a
like the-
non-Dominion
like the
soundtrack
generals.
stream.
Yeah. So you're gonna be the god, and you're gonna be Asphodel. So Asphodel is a really weird, cool nation. They do all sorts of stuff that is very non-standard.
Okay.
Mainly, their thing is that like, they're like evil haunted woods that are, basically like everyone who lives in their dominion dies and is reborn as horrible plant monsters.
That's awesome.
And then they have like the centaurs and the minotaurs and stuff who build temples to keep this happening and run the society of people who are not dying and turning into plant monsters and summon more plant monsters.
Wait, are the plant monsters good for us or bad for us?
They're good for you.
Okay.
But they
I was
also,
just checking.
you like get like less tax income
Mhm.
because your guys are dying and turning into plant monsters.
I mean, I hope so.
You're echoing just a very, very tiny bit, but it's okay.
Oh, hold on. One second. I'll fix it.
Cool.
There you go.
Alright, so I'm your buddy, you're Asphodel.
Jaso. Said. Having Asphodel as the god seems rough.
It's like
Great thing.
funny though,
Sick.
so we're doing it.
The plant monsters are free but you pay for them.
This is a hard first
It's a little,
god nation to try or
well,
something.
it's not that it's necessarily, it is a little
_MM.
bit, but it's also
Sick.
that like I'm working
oh, yeah,
for
this
you,
came out
so
today.
I get your
I saw it on
dominion,
the front page.
Okay.
and your dominion also kills my people and turns them into plant monsters, which is something that is going to be tricky for me to manage because I'm not the nation that is designed to manage having all of its people die
Great
and
thing.
turn into plant monsters.
Said.
But I think
LOL,
that
I'll
manage.
probably, yeah, I think probably there's something I can do about it. Let's see.
Anchor
Like if I
Prince.
play Katis,
Sick.
maybe
It's kinda a vibe though.
I would have. Oh, the fire gift. Yeah, the fire gift does this. It'll recover probably, or it won't. We'll find out together. What am I
Great thing.
thinking?
Said.
I want something with like
Easy
undead
solution.
command. All right, let's make your
Moderate.
god first, and then I'll know what I'm playing. So,
Alright.
see where it says create?
Mhm.
You're gonna click that,
Jaso. Said.
and I'm gonna
Mod
also
Armor
pretend to be
Disciple sucks
Asphodel,
insanely
so
bad.
I can see the same thing as you.
Great thing.
So you're gonna click OK.
Idolo
Mhm.
for landlord, Idolo for
And then?
landlord, Idolo for landlord, Idolo
Once
for
you
landlord,
will see a
Idolo for
screen
landlord,
that
Idolo
looks
for
like the
landlord,
god of
Idolo for
Asphodel, and it
landlord,
says
Idolo
design
for
points,
landlord,
password,
Idolo for
select
landlord,
physical
Idolo
form.
for landlord, Idolo
Yep.
for landlord,
Click
Idolo
select
for
physical
landlord.
form,
Jaso.
Okay.
Said.
and then
Because your dominion
hit
effect doesn't
tab
work. Great thing.
to get
Okay.
some extra icons on the
Sick.
screen. You don't need these
F-numbers.
extra icons, but they're cool.
Yeah, they look cool.
Alright, so what you can do is you can pick any of these things to be your god. I think your selection is going to look slightly different than mine. Let me go back and set myself to be also god so that I see the same selection you do. There's more than you can see right now, but when you're like the big god of a team, it gives you a subset to pick from. So, yeah.
It says it's. Some of these are like 270 points, and it says I have 210. So am I not
Yes.
able to get like all of them?
You can take any of these. We'll just have to do some other stuff to help you afford them. The simplest thing to do is to just set your god to be asleep at the start of the game, and then they wake up on turn 12. Or you can set them
How do
to
I
be.
set them to be asleep?
It's a button on the other screen. So, like, if you
Oh, okay.
selected like this Great Archon, you could come over here and you could click Dormant, or you could click Imprisoned, and those both give you bonus points, but they mean your god doesn't wake up for a long time. So you can't use them to do stuff at the beginning of the game. This is sometimes a good idea.
Mm.
Do any of these look cool to you?
Be the Titan of Growth.
Transitive _ verb.
The Titan of
Zed.
Growth.
Idolo 4L player.
The bottom row. And kind of the middle, the green one.
Hell yeah. Alright, let's take a look at
What
what we
I'm
got.
going
We get bonus growth, that's good for us. We get earth and nature, those are good blesses, cool. Yeah, nice. Okay, so looks like even awake, you're still positive points with that because the number it was giving you before was counting the cost of the god it assigned you by default.
Mhm.
So now we're gonna pick magic paths, and that'll give us a bless, and then we can also pick a dominion. So let's look at the god real quick. Okay. And then let's look at your units real quick. What are our sacreds? Are they black centaurs? Black centaurs are pretty good. Okay. So there's sort of two ways we could do this. One is that we could make your place like a really nice... There's more than two. There's like so many ways. But the two obvious ways that come to mind are we could make your place like a really nice place to live even though everyone is dying and turning into plant monsters. Like everybody could be chill and happy about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or we could make your centaurs ridiculously good at killing everyone.
Well, I mean, I think that sounds even better than it being a phenomenal place to live.
We can do a mix of a little bit of both too, maybe. I don't know.
Alright,
So I think
awesome.
the first thing is because our god gives us growth scale limit. Growth is pretty good. It means that under normal circumstances, it would mean that our populations and our provinces would grow over time and we get more gold income over time. Our dominion kills our population, so it will still go down, I think, even with growth 3. But with growth 3, it will go down much slower, and also we will generate a lot more plant monsters, because the plant monster generating effect is linked to growth scale. So I think you want to take growth 3.
Growth.
Oh, actually, we can take growth 4. What? They added the stacking. Chat, alert, they added the stacking. We can take growth 4 Asphodel. We're taking growth 4
Jason.
Asphodel.
Zed. MP.
Let's go. We're winning.
Jason.
What do I do with my magic?
Zed. No stacking. Asphodel just gets +2.
Okay.
Reeve _MM. Zed. Infinite plant monsters.
That's a lot. Alright, so
Anchored Prince.
magic up here, we have earth
Idolo
and nature,
Tiny
and we
Vor
can also
Idolo
add other
Vor
paths, like if you
Namastax
wanted to add
Idolo
death
Vor
or you wanted to
Tiny
add
Vor
blood, you
Idolo
could do
Vor
that.
Namastax Idolo Vor Tiny Vor Idolo
That seems
Vor
silly.
Namastax
I'm a
Idolo Vor
nature.
Tiny Vor
Nature,
Idolo
okay,
Vor
cool.
Namastax Idolo
So,
Vor
put some
Tiny
points
Vor
into
Idolo
earth
Vor
and some points into
Namastax
nature.
Idolo Vor
And
Tiny
then
Vor Idolo
go down and
Vor
click on add
Namastax
bless effect,
Idolo
and you can
Vor
see what the
Tiny
earth
Vor
and nature
Idolo Vor
blesses are.
Namastax Idolo Vor Tiny Vor Idolo Vor Namastax Idolo Vor Tiny Vor Idolo Vor
So, for example, you
Namastax
could make your
Idolo
centaurs
Vor
larger,
Tiny Vor Idolo
you could make
Vor
your centaurs
Namastax
berserkers, you
Idolo
could make
Vor
your centaurs
Tiny
have
Vor
regeneration.
Idolo Vor
Some of these are harder
Namastax
things to do than
Idolo Vor
others.
Tiny Vor
You could
Idolo
give
Vor
them
Namastax.
extra
Oh,
strength.
I see. It requires
Anchored Prince.
Yeah.
different types of magic. that you-
Zed.
That's cool.
You have to get
Idolo Vor
so
Tiny Vor
you
Idolo
have, like,
Vor
bless
Namastax
points,
Idolo Vor
and
Tiny
it's
Vor
those are
Idolo Vor
you get one
Namastax
bless
Idolo
point
Vor Tiny Vor
for each
Idolo
point
Vor
you have in a
Namastax
path
Idolo
past
Vor Tiny
1.
Vor Idolo
So, like,
Vor
Earth 4 is
Namastax
giving us 3
Idolo
bless
Vor
points,
Tiny Vor
and
Idolo
Nature
Vor
4 is giving us
Namastax
3 bless
Idolo
points.
Vor Tiny Vor
And then you can
Idolo
buy
Vor
anything that you
Namastax
meet
Idolo Vor
the
Tiny
prereqs
Vor
for.
Idolo Vor Namastax
So you don't have to
Idolo
spend, like,
Vor
Earth
Tiny
points on
Vor
Earth
Idolo
Bless, you can
Vor
spend Earth points on
Namastax
Nature Bless,
Idolo Vor
but you
Tiny
need
Vor
at least
Idolo
Nature
Vor
5 to take
Namastax
Berserker, you need at least
Idolo
Nature
Vor
7
Tiny
to
Vor
take
Idolo Vor
Regeneration, that sort of thing.
Namastax Idolo Vor Tiny Vor Idolo Vor Namastax
Larger is
Idolo
probably a
Vor
pretty good
Tiny
bless
Vor
here.
Idolo Vor Namastax
does that
Idolo
do?
Vor Tiny
Just
Vor
double check our
Idolo Vor
centaurs. I
Namastax
guess they're size
Idolo
5,
Vor
and I
Tiny
don't know if
Vor
we actually want to
Idolo
push them to
Vor
size 6,
Namastax
because they won't be 2
Idolo
per
Vor Tiny
square
Vor
anymore.
Idolo Vor Namastax.
But larger would make
Idol.
our centaurs bigger, and they would get extra strength and hit points and be able to, like, travel further on the map and stuff, which is usually
Okay,
pretty
that sounds
good.
good. But if I get that, I can't get anything else, right?
Not without taking some negative skills, but we might end up taking some negative skills. So if we figure out a bless you want, we'll figure out how to pay for it.
Hmm.
What sounds cool? Or do you want me to pick something?
I'm looking through.
Cool.
Just
Take your
looking
time.
at all the
Yeah.
effects.
How's it going, chat? Anybody in chat have questions so far about the process? We're creating a god for our faction who's going to try to take over the world and become the biggest god.
Reeve_MM said, I know trying to convert Chad to the god game.
Perhaps Berserker or I think just Regen. I think those seem like the best ones to get.
Yeah, regen is quite good. Let's see. Chat, Jaso, are you there? Do you remember if regen works on the plant monster sacreds that I can't view right now because they're not recruitables, they just show up? I think it does because I think they're like living plants, but they might be...
Jaso.
It does not?
Said,
okay. You need the
it does
undead
not.
regen?
Fate's Tempest.
I don't
Said,
think you can replace someone
I saw you can
who's
join
gone...
playing games in the new lobby. Is a player able to replace an AI-controlled faction? Jaso.
That's a potential
Said,
option, Bumbafetch.
I
There are a
honestly,
lot
they are
of
lifeless.
gods. There are a lot of
Bumbafetch
gods whose backstory
Said,
include terrible things
the
that
largest
previous
god just
Pentocrators
simply
have done
eat
to
the
them.
smaller gods.
Like this Titan of Growth was
Bumbafetch
imprisoned for eternity
Said, yeah.
and has now
Jaso
emerged.
Said, but your nation has
Okay.
a spell that makes lifeless guys regular
So,
anyway.
you think that Berserker and Regen sound cool? Let's
Yes.
see, how hard would it be? Did we start with Nature too? We did. So if we went really hard in Nature, let's go to 7 Nature real quick. And then, I guess, let me just look at something real quick. That gets us Regen. And then Larger is 7 points now. So we'd have to go to 8 or 9. That's like so many points. But we could go larger and regen, and then we would have giant regenerating centaurs, which regeneration
That would be
scales with
pretty strong.
what your base hit points are.
Hmm.
So it's better to be large and have regen. Let's see if we can take enough bad scales to make that happen. So we could take Heat 2, we could take Turmoil,
Bumbafetch.
we could take Sloth,
I
we could
know
take
what
Misfortune,
Pentagram means, but what
and we
does
could
it mean
still-
here exactly?
The Pentocrator in this case is like you can think of it as the person who won the
Jason.
previous game of
Said.
Dominions
Ruler of
that
all.
happened before the game of Dominions that's happening now. The previous big god is the Pentocrator. It's what all of the pretender
Bumbafetch.
gods in this game are fighting to
Said.
become.
Ah,
We could also
Jason.
just make our god sleepy,
Said.
but I
it
think
just means what it means.
I think we don't want to make our god sleepy. I would like us to be able to take
Bumbafetch.
magic one, because
Said.
I think that factors
Nap
into our
god.
free spawn also, into our plant monsters.
Hmm.
But I'm not sure.
I think it would just be a whole lot easier to not have regen, I think, then.
We can just go larger, and we could go larger in Berserker. What other sacreds do we
better.
have that we don't want to Berserk? The problem is that we have some wizards,
Transitive_verb.
Mhm.
and the problem
Said.
with having your wizards become
What if
Berserk is
God
that it's
was one of us?
exploitable. But it's exploitable mostly in multiplayer. And okay, here's the other thing, is that our centaurs are already Berserkers. So if we give them
Oh,
Berserker
so-
Bless, they will become more Berserk, but they're already pretty Berserk. So we probably
So there's
don't
no point
need
in
it.
really having that, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
So we could run larger, and we could run maybe
Bumbafetch.
maybe
Said.
just Strength of the
Just a
Earth,
slob.
even a couple times possibly, or We could also, let's see, so we could run larger. Let's run this down to what we would need for that. We have a lot of points now.
Transitive_verb. Said. Just a sleepy bitch, like one of us.
You could add, that's right, verb. Could add another path if we wanted to. Let's see. Anything really cool in here? Not for cheap. Too many options.
Dusty
Yeah, there's a whole lot of
CLOUD
stuff.
Yeah.
said. There should be a no bonfire rule idolo for landlord. Bumbakvich said. I wish I could sleep the next 10 hours or so before I leave for my flight.
That would be awesome. Wow, Dusty Cloud, this is your third account name in the channel, huh? So we could run Blood Surge, and then when we get kills, our centaurs will get better. This is usually pretty good on guys like centaurs. It's like whenever they kill someone, they get +3 attack, +3 strength, +1 defense, and +1 reinvigoration, which makes them less tired over time.
That's good.
So let's do... And that also gives us blood on our god, which we probably won't use today, but is theoretically very powerful.
Yeah.
And also we still have some points left, and we can be awake. And I can put some of this stuff that I turned all the way down back. But let's get magic to... And
blood for a blood god.
5 points of dominion is probably enough. Let's go to 6, because you're the big god. And then we can put misfortune back to 1, and...
Bumbakvich said.
Maybe we go
of
luck
which
1.
there are many because
okay.
it's dominions.
Do you want me to go over what all these numbers down here mean?
Dusty CLOUD said. Device-related stinky glitch.
I am wondering how you have different stuff than I.
Reap_.
Oh, I
you
have
have the same
negative
exact
1.
thing.
I have negative 1 bless
They
points.
look
That's
like
probably how I'm
passive
cheating.
effects.
Oh.
Transitive_verb.
We need 1 more
Said.
point in something.
Travel safely.
That-
Bumbakvich.
It can be, if we put nature to 6, that gets us there. And then probably we gotta go back to luck 0.
Honestly safer than being in a car.
Or misfortune 1 and magic 2. Which I think if we're going luck 0, if we're going misfortune 1, magic 2, that's probably fine. So this is, you could probably make a much better god for this nation than this.
Bumbakvich.
But this is a fun
Okay.
god that will work
And
for
I
this
get
nation.
to see Botnik again.
Alright.
Love.
Hell yeah,
ready.
Bumbuk Fetch. Okay, cool. So you've got all this set up?
Yep.
Okay, great. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to set
_verb.
myself to be
Said.
a disciple.
We love that for you.
And I'm going to be your disciple, and you have growth and magic and not all that much else. So I need to be something that can run fairly cheap. I could play Banderlog and be cool monkeys. I could play... Did they get... Hang on. I'm trying to remember if they have an undead command option. They don't. Okay. I want something with an undead command option. I could be lava people. The lava people are pretty cool. Give me a second.
Transitive_verb. Said.
I'm gonna be
Nisar
goblins,
Amulet.
maybe.
Reap_mm.
Goblins.
No, I
Yeah.
know they're hot.
They get like
Reap
turmoil
underscore
recruit,
MM.
right?
Said.
We get mountain recruitment, not
Tisk
turmoil
tisk.
recruitment? Okay. Maybe goblins. Japanese goblins. We are the Japanese goblins. Play elves, I could play Pythium, I could play Solaria, I could play Phlegra. I'm gonna play goblins. Let's see, what's our bless? It's larger and Blood Surge.
Blood Surge.
And that's
it.
the whole thing, right? Okay.
Mhm.
That's maybe not great on goblins, but do they have a guy, I guess? Do they even have a sacred? They just have sacred wizards. Incredible. Alright, hang on. I'll play bat people.
Yeah.
Larger blood surge bat people? And toad people? Could be okay. Or... oh, is it Uruk? These aren't sacred. Our sacreds are these guys? Yeah. Damn it. Alright. Well, despite it being a bad idea, I'm gonna be giants.
Great thing. Said. I hear the frog bats are
Giants.
this entry.
Because Asphodel and Ashdod, you just gotta do it. So
Alright.
I'm a bunch of cannibal giants.
Oh.
The giants walk around and they eat people. That's what they do.
Great.
They're from mythology. And I guess I'm gonna take...
Reeve_MM. Said.
They might
Tasty.
be.
Great thing.
How many points do I
Said.
have? 300
They take a break
left
from
right
the eating
now.
people in Ma, don't they?
Do they take a break from eating people in MA? I guess they do, you're right. My bad. Double check.
Do I have to set a password?
If we were playing in a game that didn't have a lobby password, and you didn't
Okay.
set a password, other people could log in as you and take your turns.
Okay.
It doesn't matter for right now, but it's good general practice to set a password. Just so that, like, you know that you're the one who's taking your turns.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I will play...
You can be a snake. That's awesome.
Yeah, you could have been a snake, but the snake is, like... in a normal game, you can be a snake, but when you're, like, the biggest god, you have to pick one of the biggest god chassis. Which are,
Yeah.
like, biggest in terms of, like, dominion strength, which is, like,
Mhm.
how powerfully they project their reality around them. I kind of want to make the bird, but... oh, yeah. We have dominion that kills people. I'm making the bird. I've played this bird on this channel before. We love this bird. And we're gonna take, like, a bunch of death magic, and some glamour
Death bird.
magic, and some fire magic, maybe? Yeah, sure.
And we're like opposites.
Zulf_Drecker. Said. Bird Pog Bones.
And it gets magic weapon attacks now, that's rad. Will I be able to expand with this bird with these stats? It's gonna be close. Probably. Let me go for... new pads are 80 for me. Okay, hang on. That means I really want to be able to do 2 points. Don't mind me, I'm just looking at some things. Where is that spell? Is it Palm? Enchantment? Yeah, okay, so this one... yeah, for death. Alright. I think Earth is still the safest way to go, but let's see. I would want more death magic than that, probably. But... alright, I think that... well, this doesn't look very good. It is what I'm going to do. This should work, actually. Did you name your god, Maddie?
Oh no, I haven't yet. We do
Okay.
that. This is gonna be great. I don't know if we can possibly guess what it's gonna be.
Zulf_Drecker. Said. Name it Charles. OFN. Said. Kiri Love.
Okay. I'm hitting start game. The server is generating a map. A lot of things will happen.
Right.
Reeve_MM. Said. You almost went for the easy option, Mr. Bird Guy.
I almost did, Reeve. Let's see, did I actually get
Almost
around to...
soul bird guy, is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah. And then I went Soul Raven guy, because it's funny, because Raven is also a Guilty Gear character. Or at least that's what I told myself.
No, that's funny.
I did that.
Oh, what now?
Okay. So, you click on the one that you're playing, which is Asphodel
Yep.
Carrion Woods, and you will
Yeah,
load into the
yeah.
first turn. You will first
Um.
see the messages interface, which gives you some nice flavor text.
Yeah.
In the beginning there was
But,
chaos, some stuff happened before, now the stuff is happening again. There, I've summarized the flavor text for you.
Thank you.
Click exit,
Yeah.
and you will see the glorious world of Dominion 6. So, you
That is
can...
not. Oh, okay. From here. Okay. I'm in the world.
Alright, cool. So we can see where each other are because we're on a team, but there's fog of war of most of the rest of the world. It is the very first turn, so we don't know what's in any of our surrounding provinces yet.
Okay.
We have some starting guys. You will have probably a starting army. You can see the guys on the left and select them on the left. Or you can either click the army setup button, which is one of these tiny icons up here, or hit the T key, T for troops, to see
Yep.
all the units in the province.
Okay. You
This-
see that?
This interface is actually kind of cool. You use it for like scripting battles and stuff. If you click on the green square, you will go onto battlefield view. You can drag a box here to select everyone and then right click them around. You can select
Oh, cool.
individual units and right click them around. And where they are in this box is where they will show up on the battlefield. So when this army moves into an enemy army, the enemy army will be in like the
Jason.
darker green place
Zed.
on the right, and
You
your
can
guys will
also
be on the
move them
left.
around with arrow keys.
You can also move them around with arrow keys. This is useful sometimes. In general, if you hit question mark on any screen in Dominions, it will tell you the 1 million secret hotkeys that exist on this screen.
Awesome.
It's nice to have. Anyway, you probably don't need to do anything with your troops just yet, because unless we are feeling very brave and foolish, what we should
Jason.
do this turn
Zed.
is recruit some guys.
Hey, you have done Sahelms before, right? It's just all
I'm
of their
doing-
priests that get to roll for the free extra guy in battle, right?
R. Recruit.
I think so, Jaso. Yeah, R for recruitment. So you will see a list of all the stuff you can make for your nation.
Yes.
We can make commanders and we can make troops. Your fort, well, provinces have a certain number of commander points that having a fort in that province generally adds to. So you should see commander points 2 at the bottom.
Yep.
That means that you could make 2 little commanders, like 2 of these little scouts that I have,
Mhm.
or these like
Or
guys who
one
just lead
big
troops.
commander.
Or 1 wizard usually are 2 points, unless they are an especially crazy wizard.
Oh,
Like my Talmai Elder is 4 commander points, so it's going
I
to
have
take
a
2.
panic apostate.
Yeah.
It's 4.
So it'll take 2 turns to make one of those. You see when you click on him,
Oh.
he's grayed out because he's not going to show up this turn. He's going to show up
Yeah.
after next turn.
Would that be good to do like early? I feel like that would.
It can be. there's like different things that are priorities, and they're good in different ways. So it can be good to make one big guy early for several reasons, but it's also good to make like a small, relatively efficient wizard every turn for the first few turns. And then you have those guys like researching spells while you're like mostly spending your gold on troops and expanding. And then you start making big wizards once you have more provinces that you're getting income from.
Okay.
So both of those make some sense. The main thing you want to do probably is recruit Black Centaurs, as many as you can, which are your sacred troop.
Okay.
You're going to be...
Wait, just like they're...
It's going to be all the way on the right.
I think, yeah.
And they cost holy points, which you'll have 5 of, so you'll be able to make a
Okay.
max of 5 of them a turn until you get some temples down.
Mm.
But probably you won't be able to make 5 of them with our scales, I don't think. Can you make 5?
So you said I should get a wizard commander, right?
Yeah. You get a wizard commander, and you should get some Black Centaurs.
I don't know which one. None of these are really wizards. I mean, I have a dryad.
I think you probably... So, what you're gonna want next turn, and every turn after that for a little while probably, is the centaur commander who's a small wizard, who can, like... He has, like, a magic path, like Death or Growth or something, Death or Nature or something, I think. And he can lead... And he's also a priest, which means he has the little, like, menorah icon, the candlestick. Because he can lead groups of the centaurs. Here, I'll pull it up on my screen and show you what I'm talking about. Pretenders of the World button is one of these.
Yeah, I don't know. I have 2 different centaur commander guys.
Yep. Let's look at them, and we can talk about why you might make one or the other. So I'm pulling it up now.
Okay.
Alright, so there's the Hierophant and the Hierophantide. They are honestly very similar. The Hierophant... Wait, I'm on the Hierophantide. The Hierophant gets a chance of earth magic, and the Hierophantide gets a chance of water magic. This is like almost no difference. They cost the same. The Hierophant has 3 more hit points, and I think the Hierophantide has 2 extra points of defense. They are very, very close to equivalent, and you could genuinely pick either for the task we're doing. What we're going to use them for is we're going to want to make groups of Black Centaurs and send someone who can cast Blessing to lead them. And for right now, that's probably these Centaur Hierophants, because they have 50 leadership, so they can lead up to 50 guys, and they're priests, so they can cast Blessing, and they can also move fast like the Centaurs move fast. So it's a pretty good combination to put those things together.
What else should I do with all my recruitment points?
So you've got some options. This first turn, you probably don't need to make a centaur to lead a group, because we're gonna have a leader still. We'll talk more about that in a second. So this first turn, if you wanted to, you could get like a dryad hag to get some research going, or a black dryad to get some research going more cheaply. You might need to save gold, because you're gonna spend all of it on black centaurs eventually, and we'll probably outpace our income. So I think probably like getting a black dryad as a researcher this turn isn't a crazy idea, and then just getting however many black centaurs you can and just saving the rest of your gold.
Okay.
That's probably a fine way to do it. And
I
then...
got 4 black centaurs and the black...
Okay, and then you're gonna find the leader of your army, your starting army, and right-click on the commander to bring up the, like, this is my commander screen. You're gonna hit the R key, and you're gonna rename it to something funny that goes with your god
Is that
name.
to find the commander?
Yeah, so of your guys, your starting guys in your starting province, one of them will have troops. That'll be the little sword icon. So right-click on that guy to bring up his unit card. And then...
He's a minotaur.
Okay. You're gonna rename that guy. This is vital. The next step in this process doesn't work unless you rename him. So you gotta right-click him, and you gotta hit the R key. And then you will be able to type a new name for the commander.
I mean, they're kind of just they name themselves, you know?
Yeah, they probably do. Alright, and then you're going to select a command, so you can do that. There are hotkeys for some of them, like if you want them to wait, you hit W or Shift W.
Oh, okay, like move and all that stuff.
Yeah, but if you hit space, it'll opens all of them, and what you're going to select is... Oh wait, I'm teaching you something that doesn't work because we're playing Disciples.
Oh.
What I was going to say is you're going to select Become Prophet, which would give them... They'd like spend an action this turn, and then next turn they would become a Holy 3 priest. So we could use them
There's
to
no
like
Become
bless our
Prophet.
centaurs. There's no Become Prophet because I, Soul Raven Guy, am the prophet of Goober Womper.
Oh, okay.
Over here.
Okay.
I'm counting as your prophet. I have taken up your slot. The team play thing breaks this. But it is essential at all times to rename your prophet before you declare it, because everyone in the world will get an announcement of who your prophet is, and it's important that the name is funny when they read the announcement.
Jaso.
You will be mocked
Sid.
forever.
Yeah, Jace.
I'm being mocked right now
Jason.
because I forgot to rename a
Sid.
prophet in a blitz yesterday.
You have to rename your prophet.
Yeah, Jakes. That's right. You do have to rename your prophet. All right, so
Unreal.
let's go back and actually
MRDR
recruit one of
prophet.
those centaurs
Sid.
so that we have someone to bless
Rename
our black
Jarek's
centaurs
god.
next time.
Is
Because
it a
we
regular centaur or
Yeah, just
instead
a-
of the dryad?
instead of the dryad, yeah.
Okay.
Because we were going to use our prophet for that, but we don't get a prophet, so
Okay.
we need to do it some other way. All right. And I think that's probably everything you need to do this turn. Do you have anybody with magic paths?
I
They will
Couldn't
have
tell
little
ya.
icons.
wait. So isn't the guy that I got the
Oh,
centaur, and
you're-
he's supposed to be on the top left?
So you're recruiting him, right?
Yeah.
He will be there next turn.
Oh.
Well, or hang on. What do you mean by supposed to be on the top left? Do you mean that, like, is he supposed to be
I
where
have
your other
I have
guys
like the
are?
Minotaur, and
Yeah, yeah.
then I have like the other thing.
He'll be
and then
there next turn.
Okay.
Because this turn he's being recruited, and next turn he will exist. So you're going to want to select your god.
Yep.
You're going to want to hit research, which is
Yep.
Shift R, but you can also hit the space to open the menu and select research.
Got it.
Cool. And then if you hit F5, it will open the research window.
Wow.
I genuinely don't know what you want to research first as Asphodel
Dusty
in Dominion
CLOUD.
6.
Sid. Rename prophet to
I'll figure it
don't
out.
forget
It's
to
gonna
rename
get
something.
prophet.
Enchantment or alteration might be good. Other things are also good.
Okay, so I changed the research queue. Okay.
Yeah, do you see how it works? You like click on stuff
Mhm.
and they go in the queue, and then your guys will research them in that order.
Yes. So you said enchantment and alteration, or
Those are
as well?
decent ones. So enchantment has all the spells that make undead in it. Not quite all of them, but like most of them. And alteration has some good buffs. But I'm actually, let me look at the paths that, let's see, you have like earth and nature. Yeah, alteration has some good stuff. Conjuration also some good stuff.
Yeah, I already have construction and conjuration.
Yeah,
level one.
so you have construction 1 and conjuration 1.
And
yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Let me do some. You might want to just do. You could do conjuration 2 if you want to like summon animals and stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm doing
Okay,
that.
cool. So go for conjuration 2, and then I will. Oh, one of your guys might be a scout. I don't know. What are your starting guys over there? You have your god, and you have 2 other units. They're a Minotaur who's commanding some guys, and who's the other one?
And then a Carrion Centaur.
Okay, cool. That guy can read books, I think. Right-click him. I think he has, like, death or nature magic, probably.
Um,
Should be like a little skull or a little...
Jaso. Said. Nah.
No? He's just a...
Jaso.
Oh, he's a priest. Okay.
Said.
Yeah.
He can
That guy's
reanimate.
a
Alright,
priest.
cool.
Jaso.
So, hit
Said.
spacebar on him.
He can reanimate.
And he should have an option to, like,
MRD
reanimate
Mark
vine
Said.
monsters.
He only has
Mannequins.
paths in modded.
Yeah.
Okay. He's reanimating mannequins.
That's a good thing for him to be doing. Alright, cool. I started with a normal commander and a scout and my god. So my god is researching and my scout is sneaking into a province to see what's there. Actually, we're actually just going to have him run at a province and then run away so I see exactly what's there. Because when he's like
Okay.
sneaking in a province, he gives you like a report about what's there, but if he attacks a province, you get like a battle and you can actually just look and see exactly what happens. So he's going to run in and run away. And then my god is researching, and I think I want... Do we share research? Because we started with the same things. That's interesting. I don't know.
Jaso. Said.
No, we don't? Okay, cool.
No.
I didn't think we did. That would be new and wild if we did, but it is a new Wild Dominions game, so... I literally can never remember where this spell that I want is. Is it enchantment? Is it Evo? No. Is it Thom? No. Is it alt? I thought it was alt. What? Ah. Okay,
And knows
I just saw it. Cool. It is
Uberwamper,
enchantment 2.
goddess of Asphodel, eater of children.
Hell
What a-
yeah. I am
That's
Soul
insane.
Raven Guy, ruler of Ashdod, the house of Gooberwomper.
That's an incredible title.
Alright. So I want probably... I want like Alt 2, and I want Enchantment 2. If I can get both of those things. Let's get...
Okay, so you said we
Alt 2
don't
first.
share research, right?
We do not share research.
Okay.
We learn different spells. I want to make some of these,
I
probably.
don't know what else. What else am I supposed to be doing at this current moment?
You're ready to hit end turn. You're waiting for your slow teammate to finish my
Oh.
turn.
How do I
Right
enter? E.
E. There's a setting you're gonna want to press in a second, but okay, who can bless people for me? You can, right? You 1 commander point, you are. I'll make 2 of you. And then I'm gonna make, this is the budget? No. There isn't really a budget sacred, right? Okay. You just make 1 of these guys. Oh, there should be a budget sacred, isn't there? Is that only in late ages? It's only in late ages, okay. I guess we just... It's gonna make me very slow. That's okay. My starting army is pretty good, I'm sure it'll be fine. Who is our guy who reads books? You are our guy who reads books. Let's get at least one of you. And we're gonna want some troops. Are these the ones with the poison spears? I think these are good. Okay, cool. Alright. I as well have pressed end turn. And there's a
Alright.
timer happening. It's counting down like 10 seconds, and then it's gonna make the next turn happen.
Awesome.
This turn will bring us much new information.
Much new.
So,
I thought I was supposed to have my guy. I don't have my guy.
you don't have your guy? Okay, hang on.
No.
Maybe we did the recruitment wrong. I have a battle report. It shows that there are some people in this field. I also got my guy. So, what did I tell you to do wrong?
You told me to get the Hierophant,
Yeah.
and I did. And he's still sitting there in the recruitment.
Interesting. Is there another guy before the Hierophant in the recruitment screen?
Jason.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
I didn't get
Okay, I
any of
think
my
what
Black
happened
Hunters.
Jaso said.
Maddie went back into
Maddie
the
went
turn
back
before it
into the
finished
turn
hosting,
Before it finished hosting.
and it broke the turn.
Jaso said. So
Oh,
she should
yeah,
hit
that'll
E
do
and
it.
then select Asphodel
Okay,
again.
so hit escape
Okay.
and click quit without saving,
Okay.
and then click back into Asphodel
Okay.
and check if the thing that you just said is still true. Is your guy still gone? Your guy still not there, or is he there now?
No, I got him. I got him.
Okay, cool. So what happened is that you weren't actually seeing the new turn because of
Oh,
interface woes.
awesome.
But
Oh, my
now-
horses. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you can also
Now what?
see all your neighbors now. If you look around,
Okay,
you
I
have
sure
scout
can.
reports for like Bloodhenge druids and a lot of
70
cavalry.
enemy units.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, these guys are stacked.
Now, there's some inaccuracy with that. For example, my report over here says 140 enemy units, but if we actually
Mhm.
look at the battle report from when I sent my scout over there, there's 98. So the reports are like plus or minus, I don't know, 50% or so.
Okay.
If you have a scout in the province, like hiding in the province, it's like a better report, but still not perfect. If you actually send someone to check, like I did, you can get an exact number.
I see. So what am I to do about this? Because I've got like 5 guys. How am I supposed to kill like 70?
well, your 5 guys are pretty good.
Uh.
You could wait another turn and get 5
Mm.
more guys, and then
Yeah.
be more ready. Or we could pick whichever of these provinces looks the weakest, and we could send our guys into that province. Another thing you could have done is you could have made a god who's really good at fighting, like right away
Mhm.
on turn 1. Your god is probably not there yet. We could make them some magic items, and then they would be good at fighting, or we can have them cast big spells and they'll win battles that way. But we don't really have very big spells for them to cast yet. So right now they're mostly good at researching and making your nation better. Hit T and check to see if you got your mannequins from your guy reanimating. Does he
I
have
don't know.
like some like plant dudes or something that he's commanding?
I don't see any.
Okay.
They would be next to him, right?
They would either be next to him or they would be in this like little top gray box of unit that nobody has.
I don't think so.
You don't think you got any?
I don't think I have any.
Maybe you didn't
critters.
have any corpses yet.
Oh, that might be it.
When you look at the province, when you like right click on the province, there should be a number on the right side that says corpses. It'll be under unrest. Now so this turn you have 40, but I'm not sure you had any turn
That
0.
makes sense. Yeah.
So that might be what happened.
So I'll just have him
Just keep
reanimate.
doing it, and he'll get some eventually.
Awesome.
And then I think you have like a bunch of satyrs. This would be much easier if I could see your screen, but it's okay. You should have some satyrs with your starting guy and your new centaurs, right?
Yeah, my guy. I have to rename him.
Jaso said. You can see her screen, just connect as Asphodel.
Jaso's a genius. Unless you set a password. You didn't set a password. Let's go.
I didn't.
Seeing
You can
your
see my
now.
screen.
Okay, yeah. You do have some. See all these guys up here? Carrion
No,
horse,
guys.
mannequin, harpy mannequin, to the right of your centaurs. These are what
All
your
the little bugs.
yeah, they're what your
Prince
guy is reanimating.
Said.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Holy
those were-
fuck,
okay.
I played
I
like
just thought
shit
those were
today.
like people or something.
Angry
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Said.
So some of them are like
Mike,
this
go
one
stick
actually
my
says
head in the
mannequin, but
snow
others of them are like
outside.
carrion boar and stuff. And you do get some of these without someone reanimating, but I'm
How do
pretty
you?
sure
Oh, okay.
you can right click to bring up their stats.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think we have enough guys to take a province, probably.
Which one? I think it says the Felden Forest is the weakest one, or at least the least people.
Well, okay, so the problem here
Reef
is that there
_ MM
are like weird
said,
cool things here.
I find putting my hands
think
in snow
probably-
sometimes helps.
Where we go is either Eagle Reach Mountains or Boral over here, and it's probably
Why is
Eagle
that?
Reach Mountains. Okay, so one,
Anchored Prince.
the unit
Said,
types here.
"It
Frosted Peaks is
absolutely
also a
shouldn't."
reasonable pick, but
Okay.
Isurian has heavy cavalry, and heavy cavalry are pretty tough. We might be able to like do an advanced strat to kill them, but heavy cavalry are pretty tough. We'll probably take some losses. Eagle Reach Mountains has light infantry who are bad at fighting and easy to kill, militias who are even worse at fighting and even easier to kill, and heavy infantry who are like not super hard to kill, a little bit tough, but
Reef _ MM.
they might rout when all
Said,
the other guys die.
Sometimes the hands need to be awoken.
So hang in there, Anchored Prince. I know it's disappointing to have a day where you're playing badly, but they're just, it's like rust in the pipes, or like, don't focus on the outcome, focus on the process of getting better at the game. You are getting better at the game, even if your results on an individual day are not what you wanted them to be. Okay, back to Dominions. So
Anchored
this
Prince.
one is also militias,
Said,
heavy infantry, and light infantry.
But I want the outcome to also be good.
Yeah, well, that's the source of all
Reef
suffering.
_ MM.
Anyway,
Focus on the outcome. Strive for the goal. Get
if we
mad.
want to do an
Anchored Prince.
a Dominion 6 noob
Said,
game on the Idolo
Dominion
Discord,
6
I would love
doctored
that.
New tournament.
I'll
win.
set that up like
Reef
tomorrow.
_ MM.
But
I would play.
Said,
hell yeah,
I'm a pro already.
you're a pro already. So these say that they have about the same number of guys.
Mhm.
This looks like a better province because it's like farm and higher income, which would
Mhm.
mean that it's better for us to take, but also means that it's likely to actually have more guys than it says it does. Because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
number of guys generally correlates with how much income the province has, and this province has 46 and this one has 166. You can see the
Yeah.
income for any province your dominion is touching. That's the like light yellow border here.
Oh, yeah, 166. They're rolling.
They're
in it.
rolling in it, yeah. Like your whole income is 275 right now. So if we took this province, we'd almost double
So
our
I
income.
steal their income. Awesome.
Yeah, you do.
I tax their people.
Yeah.
Great.
Once you're ruled by centaurs, you pay the centaurs taxes.
That makes sense. And then once you die, you get turned into my plant people.
Yeah,
It's like a great way to live.
that's how it goes. Yeah. So
Jaso. Said, I think Aspudel still has income penalty, right?
I think
Jason
so, because my income
said-
isn't quite that bad.
So you probably won't get
No,
the
I
whole
think
number
it's.
it says
I
there.
think that it's factored in, because otherwise my income would say it was 275, and my income does not say that it's 275. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's factored in. That is already halved, because we have the same scales and the same starting cap prov, and mine says 460. So I'm pretty sure that the income penalty is factored in. Nice quality of life improvement there.
What do I do with my big centaur guy?
Okay, so what I think you do is that
Jason.
you give these 4 centaurs to your big centaur.
To provinces you don't own? I don't think
Oh,
so.
not to provinces you don't own, probably. Yeah, it'll probably be worth less once you own it because centaurs don't collect taxes very well, but it'll be worth a good chunk still. I think you can give him both your black centaurs and these plant people. The minotaur cannot.
How do I
command-
give him my people?
Okay, yeah, sorry, new interface stuff. So, you select the dudes. You can do this a few ways. If you double click, it'll select all units of the same type. So you can double click
Okay.
and grab the centaurs, and then you can click on a commander and they'll go to that commander. With
Okay.
these guys, because they come in like lots of bespoke little tiny forms, you could either hit, I think it's the button to hit select like everybody. But you can also click on one and then shift click on the last one, and it'll select everything in between, which is what I did.
Okay.
And you can give those to him. I guess they're not... They aren't undisciplined, so you could... Oh, you can't stick them all in one squad because these guys are mindless, okay.
Yeah, they got no brains.
Yep. Not having a brain is quite good in Dominions, usually, because if you look at this morale number is like a really important number. It's how likely your guys are to run away when they start taking losses.
Well, they're not going to run away. We got no brains to run away.
Their morale is 50, which means they never run away, yeah. However, if you leave them on the battlefield with no death mages to command them, no one with undead leadership, they will just rot and fall apart and stop fighting. So it's kind of like a give and take thing with not having brains. There's an upside, but there's also a downside.
I just gotta take care of my little brainless guys, and they're fine.
Yeah, just make sure someone is watching them, and everything will be good. All right, so we can then select these two guys, and this is like a risk. I don't know how we could wait another turn and be safer, but we also want to start expanding. I haven't done a lot of testing as this nation, so yeah, we do need money. So I'm going to select both Goober Whomper and Arian here, who you may have renamed to Goober Whomper 2, I don't know. And I'm going to tell them to go southeast into Eagle Reach Mountains. And then if you select Eagle Reach Mountains by right-clicking on it, there's two ways to do the thing I'm about to show you, but...
Okay, for some reason, when I click on any of my critters on the top left, it selects all of them, which I don't think it
Okay,
should.
so there's a reason for that, and it's because at some point you had all of them selected, and it remembers the selection you had before when you click on one of the things. So you can...
How do I undo that?
You can control-click on them individually to select and deselect them. So you can make like a group.
So I want them to go to Eagle Reach,
right? You want them to go to Eagle Reach, yeah.
Right.
And then, okay. So if you right-click on Eagle Reach and you click Y, you'll get a troop setup screen for just the troops who are going to Eagle Reach this turn. This is really useful if you have armies coming from two different places to one place. So you can like make them work together well. You can also, from over here, have these guys selected, and I think... Is it a different hotkey? It's S, right? No. No, it's not S at all. There's a way to do this. One second. There's a hotkey that is just selected commanders scripting that was new relatively late in Dominions 5, so I don't remember how to do it right now. One second. Oh, Control T? Yeah, it's Control T instead of T, and it just gives you the two guys you have selected. It's just so if you have like a million guys in this province and you don't want to look at all of them while you're worried about what these guys are doing, you can do it that way, or you can do it by clicking down here and hitting Y. But either way, this will show us our army that's going there. Let's see. Some of these have javelins and some of them don't. Yeah. Okay. This part of Dominions is like an auto-battler, like Teamfight Tactics or whatever. You sort of give your units a general idea of what to do, and then they do their best. And sometimes they will do things that are very good, and sometimes they will do things that are very bad. And there is a lot of like art and strategy and tactics to figuring out like where to put them and what to tell them to do. But also most of the time, just like throwing them in big piles and telling them to do their best will give you results that are like 75 to 80% as good as spending 10 minutes very carefully placing them all, because it's really hard to actually get really fine control. Sometimes, if you understand exactly what an enemy's doing and you understand exactly how everything works, you can pull off something really cool. But it's like, there's a lot of chaos. For now, I think we just want... Our satyrs are undisciplined, which means they're just going to run forward and do their thing. We could combine all the satyrs into one really big pile, but you don't have to do that. You can also leave them in two piles. We're going to put them sort of in the middle, I guess, and we're going to put the centaurs in the back for now. They're going to be faster, and they should be able to ride through the satyrs, so they'll catch up, and we're going to put the mindless guys out in front.
Um. I got no idea how to do that.
Okay, cool. So click on this green square.
Yes, I'm on the green square.
All right, you can left click to select elements, or you can drag a box to see elements and then select one from there. And then you can right click to move them around, or you can move them around with the arrow keys.
And so what am I looking to do?
You're looking to find your carrion guys and stick them somewhere out in front. Doesn't have to be all the way out in front, but somewhere vaguely out in front. And then you're going to get your satyrs, and you're going to get them somewhere sort of like near the back, but not all the way in the back.
Yeah.
And then in the very back, you're going to put your 2 commanders.
Okay.
And you're going to put your 4 black centaurs like right next to the centaur commander somewhere.
Okay.
Okay? Cool.
Yep.
Now we have to give some orders to some guys. So Gooberwomper, the Minotaur, we're just going to tell him to hold a whole bunch of times and then stay behind troops, which just means he's not going to fight. He's there to be in charge.
Hold.
Hold, stay behind troops. So you have like 5 slots here, and you can give up to 5 specific orders to somebody, and then you just have to give them like some general idea of what you want after that. For troops,
So
it's even simpler.
Do I want my the other guy to do the same thing?
Nope. You want him to do a couple of other things.
Of spells.
Yeah. So he's going to cast Blessing. We probably want to cast it twice just to make sure we get all of the centaurs.
So would that be...
So cast a specific spell.
Okay.
And then down in the Divine
Blessing.
section, Blessing. We're going to do that twice. He also has some spells that he could cast on the carrion beasts, but we put them too far forward for that, and I think it makes sense to have them where we have them. I can explain what the strat is, and you can change it if you want, but the idea is that they're out in front, and they're going to soak up casualties without getting scared at all, and then the rest of our... and also, like, apply sleep damage and stuff to the things that are fighting them, and then the rest of our guys are going to run in and kill whatever is fighting the plant monsters.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do blessing, and then I think probably after that, well, there's a choice here. We can either hit advance and cast spells, which will mean that he like walks forward and casts spells at enemies but might get himself killed, or we can just do hold, stay behind troops, and he should stay, or either stay behind troops or cast spells. And he'll stay all the way in the back, but cast spells if stuff gets too close to him.
Yeah, it seems good.
Okay, cool. And then we're going to select our centaurs, and just all you have to do is mouse over the battle orders here. And if you hit H, and then you hit capital C.
On the centaurs?
Yeah. You see the centaurs? See the little spot on the right? You hit H and then capital C, it'll change from nothing selected to hold and attack closest.
Hold and attack closest. Yep.
You can also click where it says select battle orders, and you can see all the options. So like attack enemy flyers, hold and fire, closest enemy, retreat. I think we probably just want to hold and attack closest on our carrion guys, because they don't need to get there.
What I want all the satyr to do.
They're undisciplined, so they're just going to do what they do.
Oh.
I think they're all undisciplined. Yeah, I combined them, so I just had to double check. But so what they're going to do is they're going to run forward, and the ones that have javelins will throw javelins, and the ones that don't have javelins will run in and start stabbing people with spears.
What about my undead creatures?
I put them on hold and attack closest also. You could also just tell them to attack without holding, and then they'll like run forward and absorb some hits faster. But I think there's like a timing thing here, right? Where like if we put them like all the way forward and we have them hold an attack, then like the satyrs will get like 2 turns of movement and still be a little bit behind them when we start moving forward probably. And we kind of want them to get there mostly at the same time, because otherwise they'll die too soon. But let's see, you can see combat speeds. These guys are 13. These guys vary. Some of them are 3, some of them are 18. We could maybe split them up to take advantage of that, but then we're getting really fine-grained. It's probably not worth it. Let's just put them on hold and attack out a little bit in front, and it'll probably work out fine.
Alright.
But as always, you can think harder about this, or you can think less hard about it, and it'll probably be okay either way. Or you'll die horribly. That happens sometimes. Alright, you ready? Let's see, did we recruit anything this turn? Did we research anything this turn?
No.
We should
I
probably...
did not research, I don't think.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back to my nation, but you should pick something to recruit for next turn. And you should look
Okay.
at your research again and make sure that if you have any spare wizards, they're also researching.
I got no wizard. Need this guy to reanimate people.
Cool. Alright, I think that I can probably take Deer Tribe archers with my starting army, plus the guys that I recruited, so I'm going to try to do that. We've
I
got
forget how to set this guy to reanimate people.
Space, so select him, hit space
Alright,
to
space.
get the list of things. You can also click where it says like research or defend or whatever they're doing. If you click on that, that also opens the list.
Okay.
The interface is like, there's a lot.
hmm
JSO said. LOL that they
Construction,
put
get me
pseudonyms in
any-
a different section of the credits.
That's really funny, Jaso. Am I in there?
Magic trinkets.
Alright.
JSO said.
I can make swords.
Yeah.
Um,
There are archers? There are.
okay. Oh, right, I have to recruit. I can get another commander.
Yeah, you get a commander every turn.
Awesome.
Sometimes two commanders in a turn.
Um,
So I think what we were talking about doing was getting centaurs and centaurs to lead them every turn for a while.
mhm.
But you're only going to get 4, so you might do it every other turn. So you could do like a wizard who's going to stay home and read books this turn, and then a centaur who's going to lead centaurs next turn, so that when he comes out, he has like 8 guys to lead, which is actually like a respectable fighting force instead of 4
Mhm.
guys to lead. But also, if you do one every turn, then they can be like joining your existing army in the field every turn and helping it roll over provinces faster. So they're both good choices. There are like ways to optimize this that make sense, but I don't know. I'm not confident enough that I know exactly how much you need in Dominion 6 as Asphodel yet. So,
Team, like the most I can get right now is 3 centaurs and 1 dryad. That's the most.
I think that probably sounds pretty good for this turn. You're getting the cheapest Dryad?
Yep, the cheap one.
Okay, cool. Alright, and, oh, here. I'm gonna do a hilarious thing.
Okay.
Messages. Where's messages? Send gold. I'm gonna send you 200 gold.
We got I'm
Because
rich.
my income isn't as bad as your income. And it'll be good for both of us if you get your economy off the ground too. Alright, so I'm
Wait,
ready.
are you? It sends like next turn. Is that what it is?
Yeah. So
Okay, got it.
everything in this game, on your turn, you are like setting orders and intentions, and then when you hit end turn, it resolves everyone in the world's actions simultaneously. So
A lot of stuff going on.
So like if your enemy moves an army and you move an army, the game will like both armies will try to move, and they might like move past each other, or they might run into each other somewhere unexpected. There's like a lot of really funny stuff that can happen. So there's an element of it that's like fighting games here, where if you can read what your enemy is going to do, you can sometimes punish them hilariously hard for it.
I see.
But it's that same thing where like you don't have perfect information and you
Jason
gotta guess.
said,
Mhm.
oh no.
Oh no, what, Jaso?
Jaso said, she's going to be too powerful.
She is going to be too powerful. That's the hope anyway. Alright, I've pressed end turn. You can press end turn if you would like.
I've done it.
Nice. Alright, now the nice thing about being on a team, and the reason we're playing on a team right now, is that we can see each other's battles, I think.
Jaso
Mhm.
said,
So,
oh, you made the ace mighty?
Except for
one of
three,
them
four,
is
seven.
mighty, Jaso.
Oh, view battle. I gotta look at this
Yeah.
awesome battle.
So you can click on the message to see a summary, but if you click view battle, you can see everything that happened,
Oh,
which is exciting. Okay, so there's some controls. Space pauses, F is fast, T is turbo.
okay.
Looks like the satyrs are going faster than our other guys, but it should be fine. Because these guys have started moving, and at least some of them are faster than the satyrs. And you can see that the centaurs are booking it now. And they're riding right through the satyrs without slowing down and getting right up to the front
they're-
and killing
They're
people.
smacking them.
Yeah. The enemy has a priest who's trying to banish our plant monsters.
Don't you dare banish her.
It's not working all
plants.
that well for them, though.
I worked hard for this.
This is going pretty well so far. It looks like some of our satyrs are starting to rout, which I was worried about. They're kind of cowardly. But the centaurs and the undead and the other satyrs, who are the like slightly more reliable satyrs, are
They're running away.
they're carrying the day. The enemy has routed entirely, and we're chasing them down and killing as many of them as we can because that's what you do when your
Aw.
enemy routes. So that looks like a pretty good first battle. I'm gonna hit turbo speed, and I'm gonna hit Q to leave that screen.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna watch my battle,
Oh yeah.
which you can
What's
also
happening
watch.
here? Yeah, I'm watching.
Oh, this is not actually an expansion. This is my scout checking another province. Apparently I didn't tell my guys to go kill anyone. Incredible. Well,
Oh.
that's what I get for thinking about your turn the whole time. Don't mind me. Everything is fine
It
over here.
happened.
So my scout checked out this province too. Good for him. Alright, let's see. Oh, hilarious. Yes, I'm getting plant monsters over in my capital. I have 2.
Thanks.
I'm not getting them as fast as you do because you've got a guy reanimating, but I am getting them. That's awesome.
So I wanna set my dryad to research, right?
Yep, you do.
Awesome.
Jaso said, you also are getting fewer than Maddie because you don't have a forest.
That's true, it's not a forest. Okay.
So wait, I'm still able to get another commander, right?
You are.
Okay.
Yeah, so your fort every turn lets you recruit 2 commander points worth of commanders.
Okay.
Can't believe I forgot to expand last turn. That's very funny. If you hit escape and go to preferences, you should check the box that says warn on end turn. And that way, if you hit E and you haven't given orders to all of your guys, it will be like, hey, are you sure you want to hit end turn? Maybe you still wanted to do some things.
Wait, by going to what?
If you hit escape and click preferences, there is
Warn on enter.
Warn on enter.
Got it.
That's a good one to have. There are some other good preferences too, but that's the essential one.
Mhm.
I think my turn is already done, and I need to stand up for just a second here. I'm going to put your battle on slow motion on the stream. Why don't you go ahead and start doing what you think you might want to do this turn, and I will come back and advise you in just a moment.
Alright. I'm the streamer. I will. Wait. I got Conjuration level 2. Which means I can probably do something. No way. Summon animals. I need nature. Oh, man. Seems I require more nature. Oh, I have a combat spell. Single people in my. What do I get with construction? Hits. Shit. Heal? From champ.
Alright, hello, I am back.
Look at that.
How's it going?
I'm looking at all the spells and stuff.
There's so many.
There's a lot.
You can filter them by paths, so that you only look at ones that your nation can actually cast. Like by hitting, if you hit like N, you'll see nature spells. If you hit D, you'll see death spells.
Awesome. I haven't attacked anyone. Because I don't have a big horse guy.
Okay. So
I'm currently just researching. I recruited another big horse so I can attack people.
Okay, sorry, say that again. You can recruit a big horse person this turn, so that you have someone to attack people with next turn if you want.
That's what I did.
Okay, cool. Your army that won this battle didn't actually lose that many guys.
Yes.
So you could, for example, probably still take the same guys and take the province to the southeast, which is a desert and therefore not very good, but you could do it. Or the province to the southwest.
What would I get?
I don't know. You don't have dominion over it, so we can't see how much income it has. It does have some income. There's also going to be some chance of there being cool magic sites in every province that you get. So deserts are nice to own because they often have cool magic sites in them.
Okay.
But you could also go southwest, and you might be able to take the southwest province, though archers are kind of a problem for your satyrs and for your mannequins both. It might be, if you want to play it safe, what you would do is you would wait until next turn and attack a province with all your guys together.
Mhm.
If you wanted to, you could avoid having to recruit another centaur leader this turn and just move your starting army back to your cap and have it pick the rest of the guys up. And then you could get like a dryad researcher or something this turn, maybe.
That is... You said I can move them back?
Yep. If you...
But will other people just take the mountains back or no?
No. So you own this mountain province now, and it
Okay.
has passive defense. If you look on the right side, there's a place where it says Defense 1. If you click on that, you can see that there will
Yes.
be 3 guys to defend it. And if you spend gold, you can make there be more guys there, in case something does come to attack it. But as long as nothing comes to attack it, even 1 point of passive defense will keep it yours forever.
Yeah.
The cost for this is like equal to the current level, so like it's 1 point to go from 1 to 2, and then it's 2 points to go from 2 to 3, and then it's 3 points to go from 3 to 4. So it starts getting expensive.
Mhm.
But you can make a lot of guys be there. And these guys, as long as you don't lose the province, they always replenish. So even if you have a battle where like 90% of, well, they'd rout. But if you had a battle where like half of them died, but you won the battle, next turn you will still have the same number of guys there that you did before that battle.
Okay, cool. I'll take my guys back and I'll next turn when I have more guys.
Sounds good.
And I will research.
Cool. I'm gonna send my guys to attack this province. I'm going to keep
I can make
recruiting the same stuff
clubs.
that I was last time. Yeah.
Did I make a club?
Hell yeah.
I need... What is that? Green. I need 5
Jason.
green.
You should have some green.
Oh, I bet.
I don't know how to make that.
Jaso said, "You are not getting manigons because your stupid bird is eating them all."
I love it when my bird eats all the mannequins, Jaso. Already up to like quite a few extra hit points here from eating corpses, my raven. My raven gets extra hit points from eating corpses, that's why I took the raven.
Nature magic level 1. I have that, right?
Okay, yeah, so on your god, you definitely have nature magic level 1. Let me do...
And then 5 green thing.
Yep. Do you have 5 green thing?
I have
If you look at the top of the
21
screen,
green...
you only have 1 green thing?
No, 21.
You have 21. Okay, so you should be able to make it then.
How do I make it?
Okay, so on
Oh,
your
forge magic item?
forge magic item,
I'm gonna make a club.
hell yeah.
1 club for like 1 person.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
You could give it to your god, and then your god would have a club.
That's pretty awesome. Empowerment.
So empowerment lets you spend magic gems to get better at magic. You can, this is like the expensive thing, like this is like the expensive inefficient thing. The good thing is like forging magic items that boost you in something. Like you can make a staff of the Tree Lord that makes you better at casting nature spells, and it's much more cost effective than like empowering in nature twice. But sometimes empowerment is the only way to do something you want to do, so you'll do it. Anyway, I've hit end turn. I don't know how close to ready you are.
I don't think I think I should research more than the club, so that's my thought.
Oh, I have made a mistake, but I'm working on it.
Happened. I think I'm about ready.
Okay. Cool. I disconnected from the game for a second, but I'm back now.
Welcome back.
Alright. So you will see 2 battles from me this turn. One of them is actually an attack, the other one is just me having a scout attack and retreat again. Here you can see some small giants in front of some big giants with a guy, and they're all sort of waiting at the back of the field so that they'll be as far away from the archers as possible for as long as possible. And then they are rushing forward together. And the smaller giants should throw javelins unless I scripted them wrong. Looks like I scripted them wrong, that's fine. And then the bigger giants should push through them to stab people with their giant spears. Some of them have normal giant spears, some of them have poisonous giant spears. But being speared by giants is bad for you, so it seems like it's going pretty well. Like, if you were a normal-sized person with a spear and you had to fight a giant with a spear, you'd probably be in trouble. Okay.
Jaso said, putting poison on the weapons who kill you in one hit through armor and a shield.
So I think it's actually interesting in Dominion 6 because the poison also like debuffs, so if you are actually fighting something that can fight giants, I think the poison spears might be good against it. Alright, Maddie. Are you ready to put all your stuff in a big pile and send it to kill something else?
Absolutely.
Alright, cool. I think we're gonna play like another turn or two.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna play a blitz with people who know how to play, but you will have learned the very basics of how to play this game, and you can keep picking up more from there. We'll try to get some cool magic to happen this turn or next turn. I should have... Yeah, I'll be able, if we get through this turn and we play next turn, I'll be able to show at least a spell. I don't know.
Very awesome.
And I'm going to send my guys this way. And you're going to send your guys some direction.
I'm going to the desert.
Oh, cool. Can you get there in one turn? Because you walked back.
I don't know.
So, see.
Oh, I did. Can I not?
Try it.
Yeah.
If the arrow goes all the way, you're doing it. If the arrow doesn't go all the way, you're not doing it. Cool. And all your commanders say move? None of them that you have selected say defend?
One of them says defend.
That guy can't get there. His legs aren't long enough. You can hit Control M to see movement costs to get places from your current location.
18. Why is this guy? Why is he so weak?
I don't know. It might be because he's commanding plant monsters that are slow. And so he's stuck moving at the plant monster's slowest speed.
That'll probably be 2 turns until I can actually like fully attack it.
Yeah.
Because I won't have my plant monsters.
Or you could just take all your guys and attack Boral now that you have more guys.
Oh yeah, true. I'll do that.
Okay, cool. If you want to, you can send your pretender god with them.
Wireframe you've said, hello.
Yeah, that sounds
How's
awesome.
the game going?
Because then you'll get to see your pretender god do things. We're having fun, wife. We're learning. So this is like not something I would advise you to do in a real game, because in a real game you could potentially get your pretender god killed for no reason. But in this game that we're playing for learning, and also it's very unlikely your pretender god will die. So make sure you bring all of your carrion creatures. You have quite a few piled up, including, if you look, one of these is special. I think it's just the one, but nope, there's like 3. Okay. Do you see there's a carrion creature at the end that has like a bow? They're tall.
No.
Okay.
I don't see any.
The tallest of the carrion creatures that you have. You might have already assigned it to a commander, but there
I
are...
have no creatures remaining.
Okay, cool. Where did you put them?
I don't have any.
Are they in your capital? Are you looking at your
Are
capital?
they?
Look at your capital and hit T.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you see the one
Can
on
I
the
assign
end?
all of them to someone or what?
You should do that, but there's some that we're gonna do special things with. Do
Yes,
you
the
see
one
it?
on the one on like the
on the
horse
end?
with a
Yeah.
bow or whatever.
Yeah. So these
Sid.
are
Anyone else
sacred
feel like the forest is especially
mannequins.
dark and angry today?
So they get your bless, and they're also what they are is they're undead centaurs. So you're gonna want to put them close to someone who's casting bless, so you could give
Okay.
them to your centaur commander. Though
Yep.
in this case, there's a special thing that's going to happen that makes this not matter, and it is
Jason.
that if your god
Sid.
is on the battlefield,
The sacred ones are also mindful, so they cannot be in squad with the rest of them.
I thought that was true, and then I looked at them, and yeah, you're right. Which actually means we can put the sacred ones in the same squad as black centaurs, which is probably what we want to do. They can, like, actually be part of the same squad with the alive centaurs, which is kind of cool. Whereas
Yeah.
the other ones can't because they don't have minds.
So to have them hold an attack closest, like
Yep.
where the other centaurs
Yep.
are.
It doesn't. We actually don't need to cast bless if we're bringing our god, because when you're in your dominion, your god automatically blesses all
Wireframe
creatures
you.
on the battlefield.
Sid.
Oh.
Do centaurs feel weaker
Okay.
than mounted units?
But it's still like fine to do it this way because let's see, can we cast anything else that's cool? Oh, we should just be casting quick roots with this guy
Jason.
then,
Sid.
because
It's kind of a mixed
he'll
bag.
be buffing. So we're gonna put him forward somewhere. We're gonna put a
Jason.
big pile of mannequins
Sid. Like there's
also
less guys
forward
to get
somewhere with him
targeted
like
per
standing
square.
like in the middle of them.
Jason.
And
This
Sid.
one.
But also centaurs have defense equals yes.
And then
Wireframe youth. Said. Okay.
so I want that guy behind all the mannequins and carrion creatures, right?
yeah, or like
Okay.
maybe like in the back of their square, because
Okay.
they're gonna move forward and he's not, so it should be okay.
Okay.
And then some centaurs somewhere. No, sorry, some satyrs somewhere, probably like in between. And then your god can be. You could put the god in the middle of the satyrs. Let's see, are there archers where we're going? No. Okay, yeah. So you can put your god in the middle of the satyrs if you want. And you can put the centaurs in the back, and the centaurs are the fastest, so they'll ride through everything and mess everything up like they did before.
hmm
And what we're gonna do with our god, I think, is we're gonna have her cast spells. And the most powerful spells you have probably right now are Temper, Armor, and Strength of Giants. And so if we just like hit Strength of Giants a bunch of times, she will cast Strength of Giants on like satyrs and centaurs as they go forward past her and give them all +4 strength. And then once she's done that a few times, like 3 or 4, they'll probably all be in front of her, and she can switch to either Vine Arrow or Flying Shards, which
Okay,
are pretty
so-
bad spells, but they're spells at least.
Stay behind troops and what?
Stay behind troops. I wouldn't say stay behind troops. I'd say cast spells.
Okay.
And just click Strength of Giants. Click cast specific spell, hit Strength of Giants, and then if you hit X, it'll repeat the last command.
Okay.
You can just get like 4 of those, and then do 1 Flying Shards.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And then attack Baral
That
with
is
all
the
your
plan.
guys.
All of them.
And this will be our last turn probably that we play today.
Very awesome.
I'm gonna jump in as me real quick, and I'm gonna send these guys this way.
What if I don't get a commander this turn, and then I get the ultra commander next turn?
That's a fine thing to do. Alright, and I'm gonna send my god to fight some people even though I shouldn't. And yeah. Alright, you ready?
I need one thing. I have to research, because I still have one dryad researching. Yeah. I'm ready.
Okay. It's too bad I don't have Dominion over there. Oh well, it should be fine. Okay, big battles, big battles.
Yep. Better win.
Yeah.
Else.
Alright, let's see.
Battle and Burnout.
So, Baral is going to be the exciting one. Let's watch that one first. Here's everybody against their everybody. I think you got this. Just looking at the numbers. So you can see we're casting Quick Roots and Strength of Giants, and we're just like buffing some of our dudes a little bit.
Look at those guys go, they're fast.
Yeah. They're running up there and they're whipping them with Sleep Vines, which is what their attacks are. And then the Centaurs are coming in now.
Oh look, she's flinging rocks at people.
Yeah, she's throwing rocks at people. You wanted to throw
That's
rocks at people, right?
That's what I wanted to do. Awesome.
There are bigger rock spells. This is like a shotgun of small rocks spell.
Okay. But my guys are kind of
Struggling
owning.
a little, but also owning. The Centaurs are struggling. Not the Centaurs. The Satyrs are struggling a little, I think. But
Yeah.
the Centaurs are owning.
My commander moved that.
The commander has moved up into melee range. Possibly due to berserking, or possibly just because they're routing now, and he's like, I can kill them, or possibly because the script says it's allowed.
Yeah, everyone's moving up that wasn't that.
Summon meteors from outer space
they're
onto
running
a
away.
province 100 miles away.
Yeah, you can summon meteors from outer space onto a province 100 miles away once you know that spell.
Oh, that's awesome. You gotta do that.
Yeah, there's lots of really good spells in this game. Alright, we've done it. We've routed them.
Victory.
Alright, let's watch my battles real quick, and then we'll call it for now. And I'll go play a blitz. Here is the Raven by himself attacking a whole province. Let's see if I am able to pull this off. So first he makes his body all skeletal, and then he makes his body all blurry.
Okay.
And then he's gonna fly at them, landing and biting and clawing.
I mean,
Okay,
surely
and
the
then
bird
they're
will
hitting
win.
him a whole lot with swords. And then he's supposed to be doing Fists of Iron this turn, but I think he's just gonna die instead because I needed to wait till next turn when I had the actual spell I wanted. Yep, okay, cool. So, this is why you don't fly your Raven into a pile of people with swords. They will hit your Raven with swords until it dies. Fear could have saved him, but did not. Next turn, he would have been able to turn himself into a Stone Raven, which would have made him much harder to kill with swords.
Okay.
Then I had another battle, and it's just going to be my Giants owning, hopefully.
A new famous hero. What's that?
Okay, so when people fight in battles, they earn XP, and the commanders with the highest XP totals in the world get cool, unique, heroic abilities that are rolled randomly. So, I think like one of your Centaur commander probably, or maybe your Minotaur commander, has been in enough battles to have become heroic. Goober Whomper 4's brave deeds and his enormous strength are now told by bards and storytellers all over the world. So that guy will have extra strength, and as long as he continues to be famous, he will keep getting stronger.
So I just have to have him keep attacking people and he'll get stronger.
Yep.
Cool.
Alright, that is Dominion
Wireframe
6. It's a pretty cool game. I hope you like it.
That's plenty of fun. Yeah.
Cool. Alright. I'm gonna swap to playing a blitz now. Feel free to keep watching. Thanks for hanging out. And I hope you have a lot of fun playing this game. I will set up a newbie game on the Idolo Discord if you want. It'll be fun.
Alright, yeah.
Cool.
That'll be fun.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Okay. What did I actually call this? Whatever.
Mativk said, just wait until